Hello everyone. As some of you who are regular viewers on my channel know, we post videos at least 4 times a day, usually 4 times a day, except where there's breaking news, and then we have additional videos. So I was going through the internet, and we talk about governance most of the time. And I was going through the internet trying to find, okay, what are the things that need to be talked about. And then I came across this. So this, I would say, is what has inspired this particular video that you're watching right now. Remember that Abure had made some statements that they were not in charge of accounts, campaign funds, and the Labour Party campaign funds. There were some of us who were in charge of it, that Peter Obi had put us in charge of it and all of that. And I said, no, we're never in charge of the Labour Party campaign accounts. They were in charge of that, even though he had said that they never ever solicited for money. They did, and they had their own account, and that's their own business with the monies that the parties had paid to them. So that had nothing to do with us. And I did a very long detailed explanation. Even I was surprised at the explanation. Something I thought was going to take like 10-15 minutes, it actually ended up to 51 minutes. Well, we'll put it in the, if you want to go and watch it and see where the story began for and how we accounted, I put up the accounting for the monies that we collected from citizens. We'll put it in the description side. Let me come back to what has inspired me. So, of course, as usual, I get accused every day from, oh, I stole money from BBOG, I stole money from NSAS. There's no protest I've been part of that have not been said, I stole money, I made money, I did this. There's this smearing that always goes in there. And even my husband, they will bring my husband and say he stole money from NHIS, he stole money for the... My husband is a chartered accountant. In 2026, he will be 40 years that he has been a chartered accountant. He became a chartered accountant in 1986, and he has worked in private sectors. And that's what he has done. He has worked in accounting firm. Right now, he has his own accounting firm with he's a partner where they have their own accounting firm. But of course, he spent 8 years where he had worked in NHIS, and every time they would try and bring it, oh, you stole money. We're like, please, let's get him prosecuted if he stole money, because we know that everything that we do is about accountability and transparency. Sure, my husband's own master is even more serious than I, because I remember for him, for 8 years, he was a public servant, because he did a director, and it was within the period where it is only 8 years you will do as a director. He did it, he left, ensured everything was done with due process. Even myself, my business, I had to ensure I was keeping everything, because I'm a trader. I've never worked for anyone. I've always done my own business, and everything had to be kept the way it is. And they've checked, they can't find anything. Even during NSAS, presidency sent people to go to NHI to go and check again whether there's anything my husband has taken, because some of them feel that, oh, it's the money my husband stole. That's what they say, oh, that is making me to have. But as a woman, you're always seen as nothing. I made my millions long time ago. I'm a trader. I buy, I sell, I distribute. Since to the year 2000, I've been doing business, so that means a lot. But anyway, all this mail, for me, I really don't care. You say what you want to say. At the end of the day, the data will speak for them. The evidence will speak for themselves. The facts will speak for themselves. And that's why I always say to people, I'm a process person, and in everything that I do, I ensure that the process is always being followed. So here we have, so there have been insults, accusations, all sorts of things. This particular person called Kayode Okunola, oh my goodness, for the last how many years, he insults me, he abuses me, he says all of things. But one of the things that for me that I love about myself is that insults and praises are the same thing. If I don't get angry when people praise me and pray for me, why should I get angry when people, insult me? You understand? Or curse me. It's their opinion. All I know is that when I stay with myself, do I love who I am, the person that I am? That's all that matters. So this person, I've never blocked anyone on Twitter or anything. You insult me or whatever, I'll tell you have a right to opinion. So I said the other day I saw him actually crying and complaining. The people that say we are going to suffer, and then they suffer part. But anyway, what I found quite interesting, and he's the one that's actually, how do they put in, motivated this video. He's the one that make me to do this video. So so thank you for that, because at the end of the day, everyone has a use. There must be a use for somebody's oxygen. He says, dear at Aisha Yusufu, this is not the most transparent way to present this account. Ask the accountants around you. Even civil servants you call names can't try this. So for this person, when you hold people accountable, I usually don't even have business with civil servants. It's elected officials that I have business with. So when I say Tinubu is a failure, but by the way, Tinubu rigged his way to into office, is illegitimate government, he's a failure, he takes it personal. This particular person takes it personal because as far as he's concerned, you must not hold anyone in office that he likes accountable because he wants to be a slave and he wants everybody to be a slave. And for me, it's like, okay, you can do you. I don't have a problem with you doing you, but definitely you can't do me. So he put out, and I'm going to put the campaign this thing that he put out. So there's the campaign for my video. He took a screenshot of the summary that we put out to tell people these are the summarized version of the things that were done. Even this summarized version, we had a breakdown version. For example, campaign materials where we said we spent 268,374,330 naira. There's a bigger one that's even in the public space that we put out there to show every bit of those. For example, campaign material, how many face masks, how many face caps did you buy, how many t-shirts did you do, how many banners, how many phone stickers did you do. Every one of them is on that. So this smaller one, this summary is there, that bigger one is there. But hey, some of them, intelligence is chasing them, but they always run faster than intelligence, so you can't blame them, sha. And so every of those things, like for example, you have what do we have here? The one of legal expenses, they were broken down. Administrative expenses and all of that, they were all broken down. So this is what he had to say. And then, so for me, so somebody said, but she's not, I'm just going to take all the messages that have come. Some of them very funny. And you just laugh. If you're having a bad day, just go to my timeline and go and read people's messages, comments, and laugh. Even like my daughter, we always say anytime she's bored, she comes to my page to go and read people's comments. You see insults, you see whatever, you see praises, you see people who are thanking you, and hey, they are all people's opinion. So this person says Nanjing whiskey at Nanjing. That's the handle. He said, but she's not an accountant. What she did is called cash record, according to him. Then there's somebody called Bright Boss. Let me Bright Boss. This is what Bright Boss had to say. He said, this is the summary that a layman that can read and can understand. You don't expect her to give public sophisticated account system. Hypocrisy is the highest order. So this is what this man, Bright Light, had to say. Then I don't know whether it was Bright Light or this particular person whose handle is Tax Doctor NG, called Kayode Okunola. So he came to say, okay, this is him replying somebody else. Okay, I didn't get the person he was replying to. I didn't screenshot that message, but I think maybe probably it's in this way. The person was trying to say this is a statement, and so he said she shared this to the public almost a year ago. We should have a proper account prepared and signed by now. People that call for change must set new standards for people to follow. You can't go below par and still be expecting us to take you serious. I'm so happy that, this particular Kayode Okunola sees me as someone to be held more accountable than the Tinubu that he is always defending. Because he knows with Tinubu, there's nothing you can get. It's as low, there's nothing to be gotten there. But what Kayode does not understand is the fact that even before this statement was done, we had produced a statement of account. How can I not have a statement of account and then I'm giving the public a summary of the statement? That was where all of those other things were coming up, where we say the monies that were spent, this summary, look at the bigger picture of what was. So there's a summary. It's a 15-page document. It's a 15-page document that we have, and it has everything. Let me go back and I was just how do they think that I've been married for 26 years to an accountant, to someone that has been an accountant now for 38 years? An accounting will not rub off me. I will not know how to what it is, that the proper way of putting things out. How about now? I will fall my hand. Anyway, there is a proper account that was done. What was shared, what was given and shared with the public, this one is to summarize it and say this is what everything and the breakdown were there. The Obiba Ahmed 2023 Nigeria presidential general election state account has been done and it was handed over. And it's a 15-page document. It had the contents, some of the it's account statement for 13 months period, which ended in 3rd of January 2024. That's the period up until when we did finish the account. And the content of that account, it has things like management information, management report, the pact, statement of accounting principles, account statement, and notes to the account. So yes, a proper account was done even at that time. So that was what we did, and we handed it over to the person who had engaged us. So you go meet the person who had engaged us if he feels like sharing that with you. But every message in that particular account was what we even did a press conference where we called in the press, and that statement of account was put out there. And then, hey, that's it. It is from there that we just put out this detail so that it's easy when people can easily look at it and say, oh, this, that. That's what social media it's all about. Yeah. So that's it. But also there were quite some interesting, conversations that were going on. I would really love to go through. So here he said, she shared this to the public almost a year ago. We should have a proper account prepared and signed by now. People that call for saying, yeah, it's a proper account is there. So another person called Abe de Charles, one of those, psychophants that we have that always defending God. He said, you don't have to blame her or her gullible followers as they know nothing about accounting standard. Oh, this guy seems to know about accounting standards. But anyway, we know about accounting standards and we put it there. But the only thing is that we also use our brain and we are not psychophants. And he said, they know nothing about accounting standards. Hence, first she's giving account details to the spare. Oh, well, not half my. So he didn't spell the spare parts very well. Even the other day, he missed a particular thing. Maybe he's in a hurry to tweet at me. They will say English is not their language. So how did he say? You don't have to blame all her gullible followers as they know nothing about accounting standard. Hence, she felt she's giving account details to the spare parts sellers at Ladikbo Market. That cacophony voice will not help issues to accept landmass statistics. Bunch of volunteers. The statistics they fed them. Now then, share their candidate say now statistics we go shop. No be statistics una go shop, na sand una go shop. Say the hunger don dey wire on nana. I know this guy recently he did something about the amount of cost of food. If I could, I don't know whether there's a screenshot I would have looked at that. But anyway, the one wey no get voice wey dey bring out statistics, the one wey say na statistics una go shop, una dey see am chop now. Then St. Raphael said, he said, Nigerians are weirdos. You are all acting serious like your president and the ruling party don't get away with just about anything right before your eyes. Where has your professional accounting acumen been all this while? Una think say na USA una dey. Then this one say, the Abe de Charles that just said now, he said, you lot's request for what you can't produce. Assiduously working is the man at the helms of affairs, and as soon as it will be brought to the fore. Amen for him. I hope he sees that thing that he's looking for. Assiduously working, that's the Tinubu. That what Tinubu is doing soon, very soon they will see it. What Tinubu have been seeing is already being seen. That's the suffering that is there. But anyway, delusion is delusion, and people are allowed to be delusional. So then this particular person, Dapsy, said, you've not held your government to accountability. Even your party hasn't published their campaign expenditure. And then the Kayode person, Okunola, the tax doctor engine, now comes out and he says, see childish talk. Then another person called Chooks Gabriel says, how is it childish to tell you to put the same energy in asking for transparency and accountability from your preferred party and its candidate? For them, it's always childish when they tell them to hold this accountable. But for me, I love it. I always love to be held accountable. I say this all the time because it gives me room to shine. I will tell you as it is. Ask me. I will come out. I hold what people don't understand, I hold myself to higher standard than I hold other people. Then somebody, Brendan Chapter, said, you can't be demanding accountability from a private citizen while you keep mum on how Tinubu is spending money from the alleged subsidy remover. Then this one say, oh, there, how she presented it, does it change the fact of the information issued out? Abi she tell you say na for your dumb papa company. Oh my god, this ones are too so or office she dey submit the update. Misplaced priorities. Instead of taking the information, you are looking at how it was presented, like she owes you that. Then another person, A. Ayofe, has called Abdullah Ayofel. He says, hush mommy, Aisha Yusufu, where is the money since you didn't pay it? See people who wanted to rule Nigeria. May Peter Obi and his obedience never happen to Nigeria. Tinubu that has happened to Nigeria, enjoy now. I thought by now you'll be slapping our faces with good governance, achievements from Tinubu. See how he built Lagos, so he's already building Nigeria. You are still sharing insult as if you are in opposition. It's we that should be attacking you. You should be showing it and say, see what Tinubu has done again. But now you are not turning. You are there crying, and you are the one doing this thing. But anyway, this one, another of his supporters says, Aisha Yusufu is a true liar. This woman can lie. So you only knew Paris agents weren't agents until election day. Omo, disobedience they create. So how did they get access code on INEC portal? You know what? You know one of the things that killed Nigeria is the fact that critical thinking is not allowed in school. And I must tell you, it's so sad that even up till now it's the same thing. That just brings me to something. Recently, I got an assignment back. For some of you that know, I'm in school. I'm doing BSc economy. I did sciences. I have masters in pharmaceutical microbiology, and you know our science is the way it is. We don't do so much of art, and I just want to learn. I want to, when I'm speaking, when I hear people, I should understand what they're doing. So I went back to school, and I'm currently doing BSc economics, and I got an assignment, and I got 8/15. I've never gotten 8/15. I don't even think I've gotten 10/15. I get like 12, 13, 14. So my assignments I actually make up to 15/15, especially when there's calculation involved. But so I wrote to the lecturer, and I sent him a message. I said, okay, I've gotten my assignment. I got 8. Can you explain to me what I didn't do right? And then he comes back, he says, oh yeah, and he actually explained, and I'll give that to him. He actually explained to me and said, but you know what what he ended with? That I didn't give him what he had given me. That I should have mentioned those things he mentioned and the way he mentioned it. I wanted to take it beyond that, but I just left it. I know, one thing about being someone who is known is that when you're doing things, it's almost as if you're trying to pull your public this thing. I left it. But I felt saddened because I didn't give you give me an assignment. Why should I go? And he's the first one that has done this in all the courses I've done. So some of them will tell you, don't give us what we've given you before. Don't give us what is in the assignment and all of that, And so I felt saddened. But this is the first case that this has happened, because he felt, why should I copy what you've given me and give you back? I did research. So there are group assignments, and my individual assignments and my group assignment, I always do them. Even other of my colleagues, I do everything as if I'm the one submitting. I did the individual, the group assignment, and we got the other people, of course, chipping in, and we got 5/5. And then I got 8/15. Like, because I always want to get high marks in my assignments, in my quizzes, in my this thing, so that when I get to exam, I'm not looking for too much to be able to get, an A. But so you are expecting. So this is what has happened to people. This is the thing. We don't think critically. So they give them a particular message in their WhatsApp. We go there and attack Aisha, which is always what is being done. And I'm sure that was what they are looking for, a way to deflect. And I'm sure that is what this person is really about. What was his name? Abure. So, let's bring Aisha so that she will not have time to be holding us them accountable or whatever. But hey, no me, I can multitask. So this person is saying, Aisha, so how did they access code on INEC portal? I explained on that particular thing that I even used that INEC portal, that the party was the one that was doing it. And they swapped names, they changed names. But hey, critical thinking, they fails some people. So, and then somebody replied him, when he said Aisha is a true liar, this woman, he said she's a liar, but you still voted for someone who graduated 4 years before the school was founded. Then there's another one here that says, I never knew fools grow old. So he was talking about that tax Dr. NG. Say, I never knew fools grow old. Because it's not actually a young person. This is a summary of the expenses. Go to her channel. Copy the link where the details are. You just come online to copy and paste without single research. Moreover, there is no account from the criminal setup called APC. Brainless people. If you're ever bored, please go to my timeline. You will laugh tired. I always tell people who follow, how do you people manage with that crazy? But it's always a thing. There are many of them. These are just like very tiny, less than 1% that I took, and many of them there inside. But hey, it is what it is, and I'm very okay with it. If you are not ready, me, I have a thick skin. Insults, I dey take insult rub Vaseline, because I tell people when we were young there was no food to eat, so we ate insult. But by the way, yes indeed, there is a statement of account that had been presented. It's a 15-page, and it was after that, it was from that statement that we did all of these things. We put out the detailed summary that we put out, so that people will be able to see it online. So thank you so much. Please feel free at any time to hold me accountable.